Okay, so I'm being called to go to the park. Um so when I woke up this morning, when I came outside, oh shit. Uh-oh. Get your head right, girl. What's I'm about to drive in reverse. So I woke up this morning, and when I took my dog out, I could smell a man. I could smell cologne. So the thing is that, sometimes, that's like a portal. That's like an experience. Okay? So sometimes it can represent somebody in another reality who's living, and it's kind of like it's like it's kind of like a portal has opened, so the dimensions somewhat collide, right? So to where this person may be walking by, and there's another person. Well, it's not going to be another person because nobody walked past me. So it's like this person walked past, and it's like I'm being projected in their reality spiritually. So when they walk past, I can smell them. Okay? So I thought it was just because this has happened to me before. You know, when connecting with a twin flame, sometimes I'll hear them, I'll smell them, I'll see a vision or whatever. But it's been a while since that has happened. And this situation was different because it was like I could smell the trail. It's like I could smell a trail of cologne. I'm just like, why, why I feel like I'm following the smell. Like it's like an invisible trail that somebody left of their scent. Okay? So I'm smelling it, right? I said, oh boy, instincts is on 1,000. So then I noticed, I was just like, okay, so let me get off of the trail and let me take a different route. But I continue to smell it. So I'm just like, oh my goodness, is this a spirit guide? Is this somebody's favorite cologne? Like, what's up? Look at that. Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? So I said, well, obviously you must be walking beside me. So I don't know, maybe somebody was walking somebody else's dog. So I kind of picked up, that there's a man, and either he met this woman in the morning or he stayed with her overnight, and in the morning she had to walk her dog. So they walked and talked with each other while she was walking her dog before he left her. Okay, so then the smell left, and then there was another smell, another cologne. This one was real strong. Okay, so it was real strong. Now the first smell, it was like a woody smell. Like it was. Most colognes are like based off of like wood, like sandalwood, oak wood, shit like that. Like men have, women have this, the perfume is like a sweet, but then the male has like a woody smell. Now the second smell, it was like a unisex. I was like, wow. I was just like, it smells like a cologne, but it's got a little hint of sweet in there. So I'm just like, okay. And the smell was stronger. I was like, wow, what's going on here? What the fuck is going on? What is going on? Now, I could smell a trail of this cologne too, but I didn't smell it as long as I did the first one. You know, so I'm just like, okay, I feel like that person is leaving their home and they're getting ready to go to work. Like they're getting in their car to leave to start their day or something. Okay? So then my dog, and I know this may be a normal behavior for dogs, but I just don't understand it. He gonna shit on top of another dog's shit. And I'm just like, why the fuck did you do that? Like, what? Why? Like, I be talking to my dog. I be talking to my dog. Because sometimes I just be like, why do you depend on smelling somebody else in order to use the bathroom? You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, why you gonna shit somewhere that somebody else shit? So I'm just like, whoa. You know, I don't, you're not going to bring me any warfare, okay? So it's got to be, it's two people, it's got to be two men. And the thing is that one of them is up to something and the other one is not. So it's the first one. Okay? So it's like the first one, he's displaying that he's a little more controlling. He's displaying that he's a little more competitive. You know what I'm saying? He's displaying, you know, it's giving me like he wants to dominate, take control over the situation. Okay? Now the thing is that if you're a man and you're dealing with a woman, okay, so I'm talking to the man that was walking the woman with her dog. Okay, so the thing is that, you know, you got to back up. You got to back up. It's not giving me, you're not giving me, it's giving jealousy. Like, you know, I don't know. I feel like most people be jealous in the beginning. Okay? I feel like most people be jealous in the beginning because they, you know, you really like the person, but it's the beginning phases of things. So it's the most fragile. You know, either it's going to be a hit or it's going to be a miss. So, you know, it's kind of like this man, he's really unstable. And he's already trying to find a way as to how to gain control over the situation already. Like, I can just feel it. You know, I can feel like this tension in my back. Like, it's like, stop being so pushy. You know, because it's kind of like, I can tell you're a dangerous man because you will make your good deeds seem like ways of protection. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you, you know, a lot of narcissists be trying to lead with that bullshit. Okay, my thing is that, you know, you can't protect her, so you don't have to, when it comes to the small shit, you don't have to do all of that. You ain't got to do all of that. trying to make her feel, you trying to emotionally manipulate her, like make her feel more special than what she is. I mean, what's up? Let's see. Let me shit. Yeah, I figured his ass out, because I'm just like, bruh, why are you following me walking my dog? So, it's a parallel reality, which means that this man, like I said, either he met up with her or he stayed the night with her. He's not ready to go home, so he's not ready to leave her just yet. It's kind of like, I don't know. You got to be, you got to be careful with men, because sometimes they just be trying to be so strategic, because my ex was a lot like that. Like he wanted to do shit to be able to say another man will do these things for me. Like he wanted to make it seem like I was the best, like he was the best that I could do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, at that time, I'm just like, oh, that's cute. You know what I'm saying? But I hope he's not getting it fucked up like I can't do better than him. Of course, I'm not thinking that way. But why is he trying to box my mind into him? Like I chose you. I'm already here. I don't need your help with me discerning who you are or what is what. You understand what I'm saying? And then it's like you trying to act like you all that, but you don't even open doors. That's like men, and that tells me what he thinks about me. It's just like, damn, you really think that you're going to breadcrumb me and lowball me? Like, you think you're going to be lazy in this you think you're going to be lazy in this relationship because of my past and the struggles that that I had with people in the past? That's a sign you cannot trust opening up to that. I couldn't trust opening up to him, because he was going to take all the vulnerable things about me and use it against me and figure out ways as to how he could manipulate shit and be lazy in the relationship. And that's one of the cons with dealing with a smart man. Okay? That's one of the cons with dealing with a smart man, because it's kind of like when you're intelligent, when you're smart, you use your brain a lot of the times. You use your brain to work things for you. I'm so sick of these lazy men in relationships. My son's father is that way too. He is that way, and it's so gaslighting. It's so psychologically abusive. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, then you'll get upset when I say black men be doing that shit. Then you'll get upset when I say that. My ex was Puerto Rican and black. I just don't be understanding. I'm just like, what? So, it's kind of like with you trying to do that same thing. Like you want her to think that you're all careful about her, and you be trying to princess bitches. You be trying to make them feel like little princesses. So okay. You need somebody young. You need somebody young and dumb. That's what you need. You need somebody with some daddy issues. Okay, so my thing is that usually, I encourage individuals to work through their issues, but I feel like, so this is how we make our flaws or whatever work for us. Okay, so you have the potential to actually be able to heal a woman that has father issues. Okay, with doing your toxic princess, treatment. Okay, and my thing is, it will work, but you have to make sure that you're okay with that, because after a while, the princess becomes spoiled. Maybe you want to spoil her. Maybe that's what you want. So if you think about it, the two of you get what you want, even though your intentions are a little toxic. Well, shit, it works for the both of you, right? It is what it is. Okay, but I feel like you're dealing with somebody who's a little older, and it's kind of like that's not gonna work. You know, I mean, I feel like if you're gonna be that way, and that is one of your tactics, then you need to find like a younger woman who has daddy issues. Okay, so let me do this reading for you real quick. And the thing, because with an older woman, she's not going to appreciate that. You know, she wants to be treated like a queen. You understand what I'm saying? She don't want to be treated like a princess. You know, unless you find an older woman who has daddy issues, you know, because sometimes, you know, older women, especially older women who are like successful, career driven, you know, they're holding down their family, holding down their household. It's like they're every woman. You know, sometimes secretly a woman like that, it's like, you know, they want a man to father them. That's kind of like a secret desire, you know. But the thing is that a woman who's that much in control and has that much power within her life, it's hard to get there with her. It's hard, okay, because she got to trust you, and she's not going to easily trust because she has so much to lose, you know. But she wants to be fathered, you know, because a lot of the times in relationships, you know, people hold you to a certain role. You know, her husband sees her as a wife, as a mother, but he's not, so he has those expectations of her. But he's not seeing that she could be his mother, she could be his daughter. You know what I'm saying? You know, she is a daughter, she is a niece, she is a cousin, you know, to somebody. We have many different roles, you know, and when we learn how to see individuals within different roles, then we broaden our perspective about how we see them. Okay, so when I get with a man, you know, of course, I'm being mindful. This man could be my son. He is somebody's son. I am somebody's mother. So there's a level of respect. You know, I'm thinking about how I would want a woman to treat my son. Okay, and then I'm thinking about how his mom would want me to treat him. You know, I'm thinking about that, right? So then on top of that, he could be my husband. Okay, so if I had a husband, you know, it's like, how, you know, how would I relate to that man as, well, let's not say husband, let's say father. Okay, so I have a father. He could be somebody's father. How would I want a woman to treat my father? You see what I'm saying? Like during certain times, let's say I'm dealing with a man and he, you know, he's down on his luck, you know, so he needs me to be something other than his woman at that time. He needs me to be his friend. Okay, so if I had a male best friend, how would I comfort that male best friend? Or it could be my favorite uncle. Or how would I comfort my father? Or how would I comfort my son? You see what I'm saying? Just seeing individuals within different roles helps you broaden your perspective of them. Instead of just keeping them in a box like, oh, you know, you're my husband and this is the expectations of a husband and what a husband is supposed to do. He's so much more than that. You know, he's so much more than that. Don't box him in like that. Okay, but anyway, I don't know. Let me remember. What are the messages? So that's what I'm saying, when it comes to a woman, if she has daddy issues, well, you're looking to be, you know, you're looking to be, the princess, the king, you know. you you're looking to take care and you're looking to pamper her, okay? You're looking to keep her, okay? You like well-kept women, okay? So that's what I pick up from you. So the thing is that because that's what you want, that's what you like, you will provide that. And I'm pretty sure that you expect for her to act accordingly. You're making her life a lot easier, and then you're being sweet on her. So it's just like she has no reason not to be soft. Okay, like yeah, that's why I say you don't like them queens, you want that princess. But going back to what I said about a woman, when it comes, that woman, sometimes she wants to be fathered. Sometimes she wants somebody to tell her what to do. You know what I mean? If she's the one who's always in control, she wants somebody to come in and be authority and father her. Now the thing is that yes, her husband is authority, but her husband is not going to authority her like her father would. He's authority of a man, of a husband. So this is how I got into explaining the different roles. She might be older and you might say to yourself, what? Like she got daddy issues or something like that. But it's not about that. There may have been things that if her father has passed, there may be things that she misses about her father, qualities or characteristics. I think that it's natural. I mean, we were raised by parents, a man, most of us, right? A man and a woman. So I think that it's natural that no matter how old you get, that you kind of still have that child within that wants to be parented just for a little bit. Sometimes an older woman, she wants a younger man because she wants to have fun again, especially if she's uptight and she has a lot of responsibilities and all this type of stuff like that. But once again, it's going to be hard to get through to her as well because she has so much to lose. So she's not going to be willing to do anything too risky. I don't know about you, but my son, I know he's only like 16, but sometimes he still comes and sit in my lap like he a big old baby, and my thing is, I hope that he feels comfortable with that as he gets older throughout the ages. Like sometimes it's very random. Sometimes when he's being silly, or sometimes when it's kind of like he just wants that baby comfort. Sometimes he'll just come and he'll just sit in my lap and curl up like a little fetus, and he just want me to hold him. I hope that even as a grown man, he never loses that. Because that's a part of, he's silly. He's a little silly, it's kind of comical, so sometimes he does silly things. But I remember as a little boy, when he didn't want to talk to things, he would just come to me and just sit in my lap and just want me to hold him. And then it would come out later what was going on with him. But during that time to where he didn't want to talk, he just needed my affection. So it's a level of comfort, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I like that shit. I'm very maternal. So it's kind of like I can, I just see things in a deeper and more innocent aspect of things. I'm not gonna be, even if I was dating a guy and he was like that with his mom, I wouldn't judge him about that. I wouldn't say, oh my God, he's a mama's boy, like, ew. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say, oh, he's a big baby around his mom. Like, that's your mom. You know what I'm saying? I would think that that's cute, but whatever. So everybody gets his rain at it. So you got the moon in the position of your crown. So this is the portal. So you have some type of insight. You have some type of insight into something. And the thing is that there's also individuals, a couple in particular, that's on the outside watching you. Okay? So you have the Hermit. Oh, you got the Hierophant too. Oh, my. Okay, so I can understand the princess treatment. Okay? Because this is somebody, it's kind of like you have this real big presence. You have a lot of wisdom. Then on top of that, you're some type of a teacher or something. Or, I mean, there's a lot, for one, that you understand about the world, both the masses and outer worldly. Okay? But the biggest thing that I pick up here is compassion. Okay? So you're very compassionate. You're very sweet. Okay? But we got the Fool here in reverse. You got the Death in reverse. You got the Four of Wands. And then you got the Five of Swords. So these reversals, it's going to represent this couple. So, I mean, these people are insane. They're insane. Well, the Moon card represents the lunatics. So these are individuals who have very bad mental health. Okay, so the thing is that you are a catalyst. Like I said, you're a catalyst, you're a teacher, even if you're not any of those things. There's something about you to where you lead by example. You're very close to higher powers, whatever higher powers, but it's more so of God. Oh, ancestors putting in work early in the morning. Okay, so the thing is that, okay, so you do have you do have a problem with always wanting to be right, though. Okay, but my thing is that there's a lot of pros about you that outweigh the cons. Okay, so but at the same time, it's kind of like this hurts me more than it hurts you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, because you are so compassionate, So it's not an arrogant thing that you have to be right about everything. Most of the shit that you talk about, you be right about. So you you be right about the shit you be talking about. So, it gets to a point to where it's kind of like, you've been a bad girl, so now I'm gonna have to spank you a little bit. You've been a bad boy, so I'm gonna have to spank your ass a little bit. You're definitely giving like daddy, okay? You are definitely giving daddy. But you give a healthy daddy, You give a healthy, fun, loving, very compassionate, very mature, very smart dad. Okay? So you have a tendency to attract a lot of individuals who have issues with their parents. So that has a lot to do with the lunatics that you're dealing with. Okay? They don't understand that their issues root from childhood. They can't understand why they're triggered by you. They know that you're great. They see it. They know it. But it's kind of like when you trigger them, they don't feel good, you know? So everything that you do right, it goes out of the window the moment that you don't make them feel good. But they don't feel good because you're triggering their trauma, their childhood trauma. Okay? So they're obsessed with you. They're really obsessed. You are so healing. Mentally, people can't process it. Like, you're out of this world. You're something that these people have never seen. They don't believe that you are who you say you are. You're unbelievable. So of course, I mean, I ain't got to tell you shit because you know what you be doing. Go to timeout, motherfucker. But you so nice about it. And the thing is that people feel disappointed within themselves, and they cannot deal with the disappointing feeling. You know what I'm saying? So instead of accepting how they feel, they want to try to throw it back at you. But it's just like, I'm the master. Are you really going to do that? Do you think you can really do that? No. So you are an ascended master. Okay? So we're going to move on to this other person. You may have children. You may have a daughter. Okay? So if you have a daughter, she absolutely loves her dad. she absolutely loves her dad. She thinks she knows that she has the best dad in the world. I'm pretty sure that she has friends and she has observed, oh, it's so sweet. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Oh, it's too sweet. Oh, it's making me so mushy. Ooh, don't. Oh, oh. Ooh. Just hit a heartstring. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I want to cry on camera. Woo, child, I want to cry on camera, honey. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, God. Ooh. That's some healing energy for your ass. Ooh. Okay, so we gonna get into this other person. We gotta get into this second person. I feel like I need some air. Ooh. Okay, so when it comes to this other person, when it comes to this other man, it's kind of like, this man, I don't think he has, it's more so about him, because I'm kind of getting like, I really do pick up a lot of sexuality from this man. It's given like cool guy. It's given, he appeals to all the senses. It's given, he's independent, he's feeling good about himself, he's, it's given a lot of self-love. That's what I'm feeling. Okay. There's not too much that I could pick up about him, though. I feel like he's here, he's there. I feel like, I kind of feel like, too, he's hard to keep up with. When it comes to his whereabouts, you're not gonna know. I kind of pick up that he's unpredictable. It's just his movements. Like he's moving. He be on the go. He don't do too much. I do pick up he has like responsibilities, but he has fun with everything that he does. Like he's proud. Okay, proud. It's like this type thing about him. So it's giving me fierceness. He has this fierceness, even though he's a man. There's something very fierce about him. I pick up it's the sexual energy. He got a lot of it. I can smell it. Okay, so we got the Three of Cups in reverse. So that's on the outside. I wouldn't be surprised if he has a lot of haters. Would not be surprised about that, darling. Not at all, honey. Okay, so we got the Ace of Pentacles though. So there are people sitting back gossiping about him. I feel like it's a group of women. I do pick up it may have been women that he has worked with. It could be women in his family. It could be, they know him, they know of him, or they know him. Now the thing, it's kind of like he sees these people, like he speaks to these people often, like, hey, how y'all doing? So like maybe they live in the same building as him, or he goes to maybe a coffee shop. It's usually the same 3 workers or something like that, and I pick up they be hating. I feel like a lot of people be hating on what this person does for a living, because it's giving me, because I pick up somebody going into a coffee shop, and they smile in front of his face, but every time he come in there and he's happy, it's kind of like when he leave, they just get together and start talking. It's, oh, I can't stand when he come in here. I can't, oh, can I have 2 sugars latte? Like they're mocking what he wants. I be getting, I'm just like, when it's a good looking man and he has a beautiful spirit, how could you not like him? That's why I'm saying, like, bitches be hating. Bitches be hating, because I'm just like, I just don't be understanding how people be doing that, even when it comes to a woman and men, because I've seen men do that a lot. I'm just like, I think she's a really great girl. Like, I don't understand why you hating. Like, it just, the light really shows, it can really trigger the hate in other people. I mean, we all got a dark side, but you need to tame that shit. You need to get happy. You ain't happy because you're not tending to your shadow. You sit up there trying to be fake and suppress it. You probably want that man. Somebody want that man. Somebody want to fuck the shit out of that man, but it's kind of like she feeling insecure, like she's going to be rejected by him, so she don't even want to try. She would rather just, it's like she's just giving up, and well, he wouldn't want me anyway, so so she trying to act all hard about it. Child, see, she can smell that sexuality on him, but at the same time, she may want to possess him. And the thought of her not being able to possess or control him, that makes her angry too. Somebody is a jealous spirit. She has a jealous spirit. But anyway, you have the Ace of Pentacles here. on the outside. So I mean, there's a gift, a resource, some type of contract, but it's definitely giving me a gift. But this could be a person, right? Because this man, obviously, I feel like it may be hard for him to date because bitches be jealous of him. So even when they not trying to show it, it still comes through, and it may make him uncomfortable. So it's kind of like when it comes to this man dating and his dating life, it's kind of like, man, like, I be thinking that these women are really great women. They're really great girls. I'm attracted to them. This is, and that. But it just kind of seems like they all hate me. They don't like me because they're jealous. Women, it's not, I've noticed it's not too much different from, sometimes how women express themselves and how men, express themselves sometimes when they ain't got their shit together. People be jealous because they want control. They want to be the one. I want you to look at me and always see me happy and always see I'm the light. I don't want you coming around here shining your light on me and I'm at this dead end job that I really don't want to be in, and because I'm here and I see you and you got this going on, you got that going on, I don't feel like I'm up to your part. You haven't made a move on me. You haven't shown me any interest. You're just some nice guy that just always walks by and overlooks me. I'm trying to tell you, the shit that be going on in people's mind, I be like, damn, girl, you need to get fucked. Why you thinking so much? Why? But see, people are deep. Some people are deep within the way that they feel, deep within how they think. And a lot of it, because they're insecure. Insecurity triggers a lot of those darker, in-depth, hidden emotions. Okay? It's nothing wrong. It's beautiful, but it's just like, you got to match that beauty. Like, stop being fake. Stop being fake. You think that man is a good looking man, maybe one day you should be brave enough to compliment him. And when he smiles back at you, you'll feel better about yourself. But you should not be dependent on no man to make you feel how you want to feel about yourself. You got to get that together for you. So, you may deal. Turn that shit off. So you may deal with that's a blue card too. So the thing is that you may deal with like I said, with a lot of women who be hating. I'm sorry you got to deal with that. That shit worrisome. Cause it's kind of like, damn, like I got all this love. I'm trying to share it with somebody. I'm trying to get fucked, I'm trying to be in love, I'm trying to have romance too, and it's just like, it just don't be working. Okay, so in the position of your crown, you have the Two of Pentacles. So it's kind of like you're weighing things out. You have a lot going on within your life, and you're focused on the different choices in which that you're making. It's kind of like you're holding on to your individuality, and you're holding on to what is expected of you. Okay, so I do feel like you're waiting for this Ace of Pentacles to come in. So this is something that you are already expecting. Well, the Ace of Pentacles definitely represents a manifestation. Okay, so you have the Hermit in reverse. You have the Hierophant in reverse. I sat here and shuffled these cards. Y'all saw me do this shit. So then you got the Five of Swords in reverse. Okay, you got the Lovers. You got the King of Swords in reverse. You got the Seven of Wands. So you and this other person, I mean, y'all are connected. Y'all know each other. Are y'all dealing with the same woman? Y'all don't know that y'all dealing with the same woman. Oh, baby, y'all don't know that y'all dealing with the same woman. So the first guy, you're actually indecisive about this woman. But I can understand, because you're looking to princess somebody. Then on top of that, if you have a daughter, that woman she has to be a good like role model to your daughter, like not trying to mother her, but a positive supporter. You can't just have any woman around your daughter. And my thing is, the relationship between you and your daughter, it's very healthy, it's very loving. It can easily make a woman jealous. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, for the first man, you're gold. You know what I'm saying? Should he? Well, it says that you should pursue her. Okay, but you need to know that somebody else is pursuing her as well. Okay, so when it comes to this individual that we're talking to now, you want something real, and I feel like you want something real with her, and you're standing on business about that. Okay. All right, now you're a little bit of the feisty one, because it's like you're willing to fight for what you want. When it comes to the first man, it's more so about, I'll do what I can, but I cannot go to war for you. You understand what I'm saying? This man doesn't want to start a war, but he is a little edgy. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, he's willing to stand up. He's willing to stand up, and he wants a real relationship, a real one. And he wants a healthy one, a mature relationship, okay? This man has a story. Oh my. He has a story. But his story is so dark. I'm outside. I'm in the light, so I can't see shit. I can't pick up on shit about I can't pick up on shit about him. Ooh, so I mean, that's why I be saying, people be wondering why people be so amazing. It's because they got a story behind them. I feel like we all do. But there's a difference between, a survivor and then a conqueror, So this man is a conqueror. He has conquered a lot of very challenging things within his life. He's a very strong man, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like he has dealt with people, and he deals with people. It's kind of like people are always misunderstanding him. People, it's like he's a star, okay? So you think about a star. Stars shine in darkness. So, he has been surrounded his whole life pretty much by evil, okay? And he still shines bright, okay? So, okay, well, who is this woman? Because, I mean, these are some nice options right here. Now the thing is that the first one, I feel like I feel like these two men are similar, but I feel like the first one, is the evolved one. You know what I mean? He's the evolved one. He's more seasoned. You know, he may have more experience. You know, it's kind of like not only has he conquered, but he has also mastered, and he has built, and he has created. He's put in the work, you know. Wow. There has to be a bigger picture to this situation. It can't be just that. Are they all supposed to work together? Okay. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So the thing is that I feel like the first guy, yeah, he may have a crush, he may like her or whatever, but he's more so focused on business, because it's kind of like he's very territorial and he's very protective over what he has, especially when it comes to his daughter, his family, himself. You know, it's kind of like he already knows that he's something out of this world, that it's kind of like somebody is customly made for him. Is it this woman? Okay, so it's not this woman. Does he know that? He knows that. Okay, he knows that. He knows that. Okay. Ooh, I'm about to say, girl. Then, I mean, they're the same. These two, it's kind of like they're the same, but one is just, you know, ahead of time than the other, you know. But this second man, he's gonna need this other man around to help guide him, you know what I'm saying, through certain timelines. So the first man is somebody that the woman is going to be working with. So I feel like the second man is her lover. Okay. Okay. Oof. Baby, head feel okay. But the thing is that the first man, he does have a crush on her, but he understands boundaries. You know, he understands, you know, I'm not gonna do anything to jeopardize, you know. He's very understanding, he's very caring. He, you know, his demons are very tamed. You understand what I'm saying? He's in control. He's more than in control. Okay, and this man doesn't just go for anybody. If he chooses a woman, it's because there's something, just like he's very special, there's something very special about a woman that, you know, it's kind of like his daughter is his gem. So it's, you know, if he meets a woman that is similar to his daughter, it's kind of like he finds favor in that woman. So obviously the woman reminds this man of his daughter. Okay. So with the Hierophant here, there's something with him too, to where, you know, he has to learn. I feel like this woman is actually, it's kind of like she's his daughter on a different timeline. So if he can bring these two individuals, this other guy and this woman, together, it's kind of like he can create something. He can create a beautiful future timeline for his daughter. But the thing is I do pick up something here about backgrounds. I don't know, honey. I can't see because I'm outside. Ain't that about a bitch? I'm under the sun. I'm not a sun woman, you know. I'm a shadow woman, you know. I go into the deep darks of the depths for the truth, okay? Well, obviously, not too much is meant to be said or revealed if I had to come out into the sun and do this. Okay. So, you know, everybody is going to be working together here because the picture is so big. The picture is so big. I understand, because like I believe I said it on one of my videos before, I'm trying to manifest, you know, for my son too. I totally understand where this man is coming from when it comes to his daughter. So he's definitely out of worldly. He understands shit on a whole other level, a bigger picture. Okay. What a special combination. This is like some Guardians of the Galaxy type shit or something like that. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Okay, but I mean, yeah, we're gonna wrap it up there. Okay, so until the next time, we'll talk again. Thank you.